Make sure to stay until the end. This little bitty device, most people will never change it, and that will slowly destroy your engine and your exhaust system. Catalytic converters will explain why. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you guys having a dot charger, and if you have one of those, you want to know what is a PCV valve, what it does, how it can slowly destroy your engine if not replaced on time, and that thing should be changed quite often guys. Stay with us, we'll explain everything about it in this video today. Before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make guys at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. On that dot charger we'll have even more. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need guys in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos, absolutely free. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools for your dot charger or any car, you want to get them at a good price and quick shipping, you want to save money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and we'll share where you can find even additional things. So what we have specifically here guys, this is 2018 Dodge. We're explaining on a 3.6 engine that's very popular on dot charger, but even if you have a V8 Hemi engine, some of them will have practically the PCV valve systems guys. So let's talk what is a PCV valve, what it does, why it's so important, and how most people never change it, but you are supposed to change it guys quite often. So if you look right here, this is your engine. The PCV valve will be installed right here on the back side of the cylinder head. It will go right there. It will connect with that hose, and that hose will connect to the intake manifold right here. What's the purpose of that PCV valve? Pretty simple guys. And make sure to stay until the end. We'll explain how often you need to change it. When the engine runs, okay, you have gasoline and fuel mixed, compressed by the piston. Then the spark plug will ignite. When it does, explosion happens and drives the piston down. That creates power. But that explosion will have some blow-by gas go around the piston rings. Especially guys on any car, newer cars too, brand new cars. But even if it's a higher mileage, it will be even more because the piston rings will be more worn. At that point, what happens? Okay, that blow-by gas end up in the crankcase, the lower part of the engine. But the lower part of the engine is connected with the valve covers and the rest of the engine through oil passages. So that pressure will be evenly distributed in the engine. And if that pressure doesn't come out, what will happen? You will develop multiple oil leaks, gaskets will be failing, one after another one, crankshaft seals, all that stuff can be practically guys destroyed, and it can even destroy the engine. So they invented that system that's known as a PCV valve. What it will do, okay, let's just explain that thing now. That PCV valve guys, okay, will separate the oil fumes from the air. Oil fumes will go back in the engine, and the air guys will just be injected in the intake manifold and burn through the engine. It's right next to the map sensor kind of like thing, so you have an idea, the engine will have an idea that it got even extra air, so it will not guys have lean codes and things like that. But now that PCV valve, okay, can fail in multiple ways. So practically you can see it takes the pressure out of the engine, the intake manifold, and brings the oil back to the engine. The oil fumes are practically being sent back to the oil pan. So it can fail in multiple ways: stuck open, stuck closed. If it's stuck open, okay, in some cases it can just start putting oil in the intake manifold. If you remove the throttle body or intake manifold, you have quite a bit of oil. That could be the reason. Another thing, when it fails stuck open, you can start putting engine oil in the intake manifold, which will actually guys lead to burning engine oil, increased oil consumption, smoking. That extra oil can actually mess up oxygen sensors, catalytic converters can be clogged up. That's thousands of dollars repairs, and those clogged up catalytic converters, if not fixed on time, can put back pressure and damage the engine too. So it ends up being pretty expensive to fix at some point. Now if it's stuck close, you may start developing multiple oil leaks because the engine will have increased internal pressure. So if you develop oil leak after oil leak, you fix one, then another one starts, and then maybe even the one that you fixed, it's leaking again. Let's say you replace valve cover gasket, you replaced it, but it's leaking again, and you did the job right, you used the correct torque specs, okay, and all that stuff. That could be the reason why guys. And these valves should be replaced quite often. You need to check your manual. It will say how many years or miles needs to be done, but on some cars we've seen 60, 80, 30,000 miles, on some I've seen 40, but it's a very inexpensive part, and in order for your engine to run correctly, it needs to be replaced quite often. You can even test them. We have a video that explains how to test purge control, how to test PCV valve on a car, and it will teach you how to do that. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching, see you next time.